Mike, we've just heard the Ireland team there. What are your thoughts?
Hugely exciting to see Tyg Furlong and Ian Henderson return. Those guys will bring huge amounts of physicality and experience back into the squad. Hendy starts on the bench, so it'd be good to see him bring serious impact for 20-30 minutes towards the end of the game. And yeah, I think we have to remember what the guys have done who've stepped in to replace him. Andrew Porter, 77 minutes against Italy, and then backing that up against Wales. You know, for a guy who hasn't really played much Test rugby and hasn't played much at tight head, he's been phenomenal. So it's great to see him on the bench, adding huge impact with Hendy too. James Ryan and Dev Toner, they did amazingly well against Wales, so great to see them starting. And just to emphasise the depth in the squad, I think is, we started the championship without Jared Payne. Robbie Henshaw unfortunately gets injured. Chris Farrell comes in, gets man of the match against Wales, and then we got the luxury of calling in Gary Ringrose. So hugely exciting, and looking forward to seeing Gary play. He hasn't played too much rugby this season, but he's hugely physical. He's lightning quick, great feet, great hands, and defensively he's very clever. Makes really good reads as to whether he goes hard out the line or stays connected with his defenders. So really looking forward to seeing Gary play as well.
Scotland obviously coming into this game on a high after winning the Calcutta Cup. They're always a threat. What exactly are they going to bring to the game on Saturday?
Yeah, great victory last week against England, and then beating France the week before. But even before the Six Nations, Scotland are a quality side, beating Australia away from home, beating them at home, almost beating the All Blacks in the autumn internationals. So they'll be coming with a lot of belief. Clearly they'll know they'll have to be at their best, having not won since 2010. But on the form of that England game, they've got a serious amount of threats. They beat us the first game of the Six Nations last year. I think they scored 3 tries in the first 20 minutes. So a big start is going to be hugely important to us. We know how potent their back three are. I think Tommy Seymour's a big loss, a Lion, but in comes Stuart Hogg and Maitland, 2 of the best finishers in the game. We saw Finn Russell's pass against England, probably one of the moments of the Six Nations, along with Johnny's drop goal in Paris. So, our discipline will have to be very good. Greg Laidlaw is one of the best kickers in the game, and that back row is hugely dangerous. They caused England a serious amount of problems. I think 9 or 10 turnovers. John Barclay, Stuart McInally at hooker, former back row, which Joe was just talking about. Hamish Watson as well. So I'm sure there's been a huge emphasis for Ireland this week in training, and the reaction to the ball carrier and winning the space, and not allowing those guys to get in over the ball, because once they're in there, they're very hard to shift. So it's good. It's very exciting.
You mentioned the game last year. How much of a factor does that play for the guys? Is it in their mind? Is it that they analyse it and try and improve on what went wrong? Or is it that classic thing of, no, we park it and we move on and we concentrate?
Yeah, I think just in camp, the guys, Rob was talking there in media, they've got a huge amount of respect for Scotland, especially what they did to us last year. As I said, 3 tries in the first 20 minutes. The guys have looked at a lot of footage from that game, so a lot of lessons will be learnt. Just a big start at home is massively important to us.
Excited for the game then on Saturday?
Very excited, looking forward to it, and hopefully if it's as exciting as the Wales game, it'll be great. So hopefully the weather conditions are good, and it'll be an exciting day.
Mike, thanks very much.
Brilliant, thank you.